Tom Selleck is...
I'm Todd Scala, and I am the minstrel in the play, and here's Sam Barbagallo.
Minstrel Man was a short man with very broad shoulders. He had long brown hair. His eyes were very alert and usually had a cheerful smile on his face. When Minstrel Man spoke, his voice sounded soft and deep, but when he sings, his voice sounded loud and clear. Minstrel Man makes his living by entertaining people. He knows stories and jokes and can tell them very well. He also knows a lot of songs, but likes love ballads the best of all. He enjoys singing to noble ladies. To knights he tells tales of bravery. To peasants he sings songs about cheating merchants. Minstrel seems always to be very happy, but however, he is a lonely man. No matter where he goes, he is always an outsider. Although he enjoys his freedom and travel, he sometimes wishes he had a homeland and a lord's protection. His wanderings have taught him both joy and sorrow about life.
Here's Mark Demers.
Mr. Martin didn't have a home because he always traveled. He carried everything that he owned. He keeps a few extra clothes and several coins in his pouch. Sometimes he carries letters from one manor to another in his bag. Martin's most valuable possession is his psaltery. It is his faithful friend. He calls it Michael. He carries it on his back. Martin makes a living by entertaining people. He knows many jokes and stories and can tell them very well. Martin came out of the forest and decided to rest before starting along the dusty road to the manor of St. Pierre's. He had been walking since sunrise and hoped to reach Sir William's castle before sunset. Then there was another forest before he reached the drawbridge. Remembering that the bridge was closed at curfew, Martin told himself, "I will not spend tonight in some peasant's hovel. I've had enough sleeping on the dirt floors with chickens, eating black bread, and drinking cold water." He did that at the woodcutter's hut in the forest that night, and the night before that he stayed up at the shepherd's cottage in the mountains.
My name is Kevin Jeans, and I play Jack in the play, and here's Kara.
My name is Kara Zaccardi, and I play Jean in the play. Here's Kim.
My name is Kim Perry, and I'm just talking about them. Right. Jax is a serf who works as a farmer in the manor of St. Pierre. He works very quickly and good. He is married to Marie and has 2 sons, Jean and Francois. He is tall and strong and has dark hair and a roughly trimmed beard. He is 31 years old and has a habit of blinking his eyes all the time. He has trouble expressing his thoughts, but is very religious and likes to wrestle. Jean is the son of Jacques and Marie. He is tall and slim and has a fine posture. He's 13 years old with brown hair, but it is bleached white by the sun. He works outdoors and has his hands are calloused. He's self-conscious around people, but can't read or write. He is learning how to be a good farmer, though, and watches his father. He will come of age when he's 15 years old and will be given a small farm on Sir William's land. He prefers to be a huntsman at the manor, though, but he's becoming a farmer. Sometimes his voice squeaks, like when he yells at his brother, Francois, who is 10 years old. Francois watches the sheep while Jean does the field. He uses a sieve and cuts the grass.
I'm Rose Tompkins, and I play Louis the bailiff in the play. Here's story time.
Bailiff Louis is a bailiff on the manor of St. Pierre. Louis, as a bailiff, collects tolls and fines. The bailiff is one of the few people on the manor that is allowed to handle coined money. He has a belt with a leather money pouch to put his collections in. Bailiff Louis is a very nervous man and always seems to hurry. Louis is quite tall, and he has a round red face. He has a very large stomach, which hangs down out over his belt. Like most people, he needs more money than what he is getting paid, so sometimes he cheats them of some of the money. Although Louis is the bailiff, he is still a peasant.
Wait a minute. My name's Tracy Caruso, and I play Marie in the play. And here's Christine.
Marie is a peasant woman. She is slim, and her hair is almost completely gray. She has lots of wrinkles, but she's only 28. Marie has a husband named Jacques and 2 sons,
Jean, and Francois. Marie has a hood which is separate from her other clothes. She can wear a hat over it. She has a gown, but it's not as good looking as Queen's. She has an apron over it. During the fine weather of summer, they could eat fish or beef, and also dark rye bread. Here's Donna.
Maria is a simple woman. Every day is pretty much the same in her life. She has many responsibilities. She will probably die before she's 40 years old, unless the plague gets her. Maria and her family work in vine crops and make wine for Sir William. This shows Maria and her family work in vine crops and make wine for Sir William. This shows how peasant women live then.
I'm Sir William in the play.
Sir Williams is a knight. He is a tall, strong, and handsome man. He has black, thick, curly hair with touches of gray. Sir Williams has thick eyebrows and dark eyes. He has 3 scars on his face from fights. Sir Williams wears a coat of armor, riding boots, and a suit made of chain.
When Sir Williams was happy, he played childish games like tag and leapfrog. Sir Williams had a bad temper. He would throw some spurs around. He was a strong man that fought in some famous battles. He had a white horse, and he had a suit that was made out of little chains. He was a very brave man. They wrote a play about him.
I'm Mitch Toth. I play the priest in the play. Here's Jimmy.
Father Gregoire is the parish priest of St. Pierre's Church. He is a short, strong, and muscular man, and his clothes make him much fatter than he is. He is 45 years old, but very old by medieval standards. His hair is white and straight down. He also has a wrinkled face with a stub nose and twinkling eyes. Father Gregoire has broad shoulders, but they are stooped. He walks with a shuffle due to rheumatism, a disease affecting muscles and joints. Before Father Gregoire becomes a priest, he was a peasant. He still walks slowly and pronounces his R's very good, like all peasants do. He is very patient, and people say he never loses his temper. But people complain he spends too much time writing the parish chronicle. But other than that, people respect and like the quiet, hard-working, kind old priest. Here's Doug.
Father Gregoire was a strong, honest, and righteous man. He likes to do right in the eyes of God and enjoys helping serfs. He wants to serve the Lord who protects and provides for him. He is a peacemaker and dislikes Lady Elanor very much. He doesn't like the penalty for poaching, which is death. He has lived a long life, longer than most people in medieval times. Here's Paul.
Father Gregoire was a person that the people had never seen him lose his temper. Even when they were in a public court, Louis the bailiff was shouting insults at him. He never lost his temper. Some of the villagers think that he takes too much time working on the church chronicle, but most of the villagers like Father Gregoire.
I'm Lady Elanor, and I'm filling in for Michelle Saints here. Here's Tina.
Lady Elanor was of St. Pierre. She was the wife of Sir William. She is slim and short. She has long brown hair, and her eyes are also brown. Because of her coloring, her nose and mouth are a little too big. Lady Elanor is not considered a great beauty by medieval standards. She likes to say she is ugly so that people will compliment her on her beauty. She has been courted so many times in her 28 years that she has gained much confidence and charm.
Yes, Carrie.
Lady Elanor has many abilities. She can play chess, sing, do tapestry, and embroidery, and play the harp. She has much common sense, therefore she is considered an expert manageress.
I'm the bailiff, and to my right is Ron, and to my left is Peter.
Louis the bailiff is a very important man because the bailiff holds the tools of his trade. In his belt is a pen case with a quill pen. Louis uses this for bookkeeping and to keep the records for the proceedings at the court. He is one of very few people on the manor to handle coin money as the bailiff. Louis collects tolls and fines.
Louis is a very nervous man and always seems to be in a hurry. He has been known to cheat a little on the manor accounts and pocket the difference. He is not above accepting bribes to prevent cases from coming to court. These additional incomes allow Louis to live better than most of the villagers. His house is very well furnished. He will take the easy way out any time he can. The bailiff is just a big and greedy, simple boy.
I'm in the minstrel group, and to my right is Jason Knight, and to my left is Jimmy Longo. Jimmy Longo.
Minstrel Martin was a man that wore brightly colored clothes. He carried all his possessions, which was only a psaltery, which is a musical harp, and the clothes that is on his back. He nicknamed his psaltery Michelle, and he treasures it, and it is pride and joy. Minstrel Martin had broad shoulders and long brown hair, and it was brushed back. He's a pretty smart man, and he knows a lot, and he is also a very smart man. But sometimes he said he would be more happy if he didn't know as much as he does.
We're in the minstrel group, and that's it.
I'm Bonnie Sullivan, and I'm Jean. And to my left is the peasant, and to my right is Steve.
Jock is the father of Jean. Jean usually works out in the fields half the day because they have to earn their food to live. Jean is a 10-year-old boy. He has a very dark tan skin and has very dark brown hair. Jock is married to Maria, and Jean's other brother is Francis.
I'm Tom Valia, this is Billy Rowe and Craig Hoffman. We're in the Sir William group.
Sir William is a knight with the rank of a baron. He is tall, strong, and handsome. He has dark curly black hair with a touch of gray on the sides. He usually wears a loose surcoat which bears his coat of arms, riding boots, and has a suit of chainmail.
He is a man of many moods. He changes very quickly from one to another. He likes to play childish games like leapfrog or tag. When he's angry, he can be violent, and plus he also gets angry on simple things like having his dinner late.
I'm Father Gregoire in the priest group, and to my left is Lisa Ponte, and to my right is Tracy Fern.
Father Gregoire was a parish priest at St. Pierre. Before becoming a priest, he was a peasant. Though many things have happened to him, he is always very patient and calm. He also is a very quiet and hard-working man. He was at his peak as a priest at the age of 45.
Father Gregoire loves the peasants. All the people in St. Pierre love and respect him. He loves all the people. He is a peacemaker.
I'm Christy Hale Bison, and to my left is Tracy Baker, and to my right is Nicole Dupre.
Lady Elanor is 28 years old. She is married to Sir William. She is not considered great beauty and likes to say she is ugly so that people will disagree and say she is beautiful. She is well educated, and she has much confidence and a fine sense of humor. She has power over everyone except Sir William and is much respected by him and the bailiff. She thinks the bailiff is very clumsy, and she is much feared by everyone else.
Lady Eleanor's day activities are numerous. She likes to play chess, reads and writes. She does tapestry and embroidery.
plays the psaltery and harp, and sings. She likes boar hunts but hates the dogs. She doesn't talk too much, but she has a temper which is not controlled easily, especially when she is dealing with the serfs who she hates.
I'm Stephanie Malone in the Marie group, and to my right is Amy Lasad, and to my left is Trisha Walsh.
Marie is a peasant woman. She looks very old for her age, which is only 26. Her husband is Jack. They have 2 children, Jean and Francois. She has been a good wife and a mother. Marie works on the fields, milks cows, feeds chicken, and cards wool. Marie is always tired. They say she will die of old age before her 40th birthday, unless the plague hits her first. Her husband and children work on the fields every day of the week.
It was in the morning when Maria, her husband, and her sons were working since sunrise. They were in Sir William's fields fixing the damaged crops which the deer had done. The fences that they broke were still broken. The deer were still nearby because they weren't afraid of the peasants. The deer would be badly punished if the peasants dared to harm them. It was all right to scare the deer away by running after them. Jean had yelled at his brother Francois because he had fired pebbles at deer with a slingshot. Jake had cuffed Francois on the ear and scolded him. If Louis Bailiff was there, he would have gave them more than a slap.
Hi, I'm Robert Ingalls. This is Brian Ernst, John Marshall. We're in the bailiff group, and I play Bailiff Lewis.
Bailiff Lewis was a tall, fat man with a round, red face. He was so fat that his stomach went over his belt. On the belt was a leather pouch. In the pouch were his tools of the trade, his quill and his book, which he used to collect taxes and for tolls.
The bailiff is a tax collector, and he runs the court. He works with the clerk of the court, and if the lord is not present, he decides the court if the person is guilty. Bailiff Lewis lives in a big house and trolls the bridge in his backyard. He is the most wealthy serf in the town.
Hi, I'm Neil Lysenko. This is Don Thomas and Billy Haja. We're in the Father Gregoire group.
Father Gregoire was a parish priest at St. Pierre. He was a strong, muscular, but short man and wears vestments that make him look fatter than he really was. He was 45, and his white hair fell straightly and evenly around his head. He had a round, wrinkled face and twinkling eyes, and he walked with a shuffle due to rheumatism.
Before Father Gregoire became a priest, he was a peasant. Because he was a peasant, he still talks very slowly and pronounces his R's very clearly. Father Gregoire was a very patient man. No one has ever seen him lose his temper.
Hi, I'm Tina, and this is Kim, and this is Jenny. I'm Minstrel Mary in the Minstrel group.
Minstrel Mary is a short lady with broad shoulders. She has long brown hair.